Oh, the sure. I don't. I wish there was a better way of refreshing it without starting the. Let me add the game title too. It's interesting. I'll be that way.
Hmm? Noise. Hmm?
Maybe people are streaming for like New Year's resolutions,
Noise.
which good for them. Yeah, things are slowly breaking. Great. Not great. It's awful. I sound robotic. I still sound robotic? Ugh. We will see what happens.
Hmm?
I still sound like a robot in like a couple minutes. I'll like
Noise.
reboot my stuff.
At daybreak, the Guardian. At night. Oh, so many.
Hey, maybe you
Why
should find
is
someone
that?
to talk to.
That's so weird. I have no idea why that's the case. Okay, never mind. I sound better. I sound better. We're okay. Everything's fine. We're great. Professionals here.
Don't let it get you. You let that this isn't.
I just want to be
No, you've spent long enough.
Alright, we were going to this. I'll do a bunch of side quests as well when I finish the main.
Equilibrium. The universe should be in equilibrium.
What? Who's talking?
The arbiters of the equilibrium are giving you a trial. For the equilibrium of all worlds,
What?
you must demonstrate your strength.
I don't think I
The
do,
strong
actually.
will be given greater opportunities. The
Oh,
weak
actually, no, I
a
do want that
chance
because I
to
can go
breathe.
beyond 30 level.
Passing the trial will prove that your strength has shaken the scales of power. Worlds will change, and thus equilibrium. You will encounter stronger enemies, harder puzzles, and greater rewards. After equilibrium, you will go on to face yet more trials. It is your choice to make. But you will obtain more equilibrium.
Okay. We could go ahead and do that so that we can go do more. I don't know where it's at. Alright, where the fuck are you? Where are you? Where? Robot settlement. I do get stuff for doing trials. I have 6 days to do it. Hi. Okay. Or
We need a strategy.
Move carefully.
Time to twirl!
Let's make it quick.
I'm like, wow, this is really like slow. I mean slow, and I'm like, oh, that's because I don't have it on like my little fast thing I normally do.
Rules are made to be broken.
Time to twirl!
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Yeah! What are you looking at?
Curious.
Much better. Much better. So this is defeat.
It's not over!
One more at best.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Spider-Man!
Don't worry about me.
Time to what's in your prescription! How appropriate.
I do need to switch my party out for this, I think.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Time to twirl! Need a diet?
Too late to repent.
What are you looking at?
Fighting is meaningless. Don't worry about me.
Honored to meet me. Spider-Man! How appropriate. You bully! Time to what's in your prescription! How appropriate. Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Let me tend your wounds. What are you looking at?
Doesn't have too much more.
Need a doctor? Spider-Man!
But I definitely need to swap.
How appropriate.
Definitely need to swap. Okay, I had to beat this though to like get more, so I only need to face off 2 of these. Eh. Oh, I can't swap these. Okay. Alright, let's try this one then.
We need a strategy.
Oof.
Careless.
These
Fair
are
enough.
you. Let me tend your wounds. Stay off!
Don't worry about me.
Let's make it quick. Yeah.
Time to twirl. Connection.
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Careless.
Hey, helium. Honestly, as long as it works by this point.
A little something for everyone. A little something for everyone.
Keep at it.
You come back to this. I just finished things. Oh.
Choice isn't as elusive as it may appear.
Well, I did say I also wanted to like change my party up, but let's see what actually Cell's going to do. Focus on the main quest first before I got distracted. I eventually
It's
want to
getting
add
late.
like audio
Where to now?
redeem, so there's like certain audio sounds for things. I just have not had the motivation to do so. I should fix that. I should save for it. What do these do? Think.
Well, now that we're done with that whole situation in the underworld, we can finally look for the Stellaron. But thinking about it, I feel a bit bad about Clara. We promised her that our talks with Svarog would go
I mean, everybody's
peacefully.
alive.
You tried your best. Don't blame yourself. I should have considered such a situation in advance. And it was Svarog who attacked first. We didn't have any other choice.
I didn't mean for you guys to start beating yourselves up over it. Look on the bright side. Things turned out all right, didn't they? Now everyone knows that the real problem here is the Stellaron, and they're willing to help us out. All in all, the mission is going super smoothly.
But we still have a lot left to figure out. For instance... Exactly.
I mean, the other
We
two
don't
are
even
very,
have the Stellaron's
very
coordinates and location.
problematic as well.
Cocolia's sudden change in attitude is also very curious. We still haven't put all of the pieces together. Dreams?
Oh, I remember you mentioned something about strange dreams before.
All three dreams were the same, with Cocolia and that other voice.
It would be weird to call it a coincidence.
I'm wondering if these dreams aren't just random, if there's some meaning behind them. Maybe you're having them because...
Because of the Stellaron inside her?
That's my hunch, but I have no proof.
Fair.
Well, then that's as good as nothing for now. So, what should we do when we get back above ground? After all this talk, we're still back at square one.
We solve a puzzle one piece at a time. Let's get some rest. We'll talk to Wildfire tomorrow and get to the bottom of this. Also, there's still one more key character we haven't talked to yet. Her connection to Cocolia may be the key to cracking this mystery.
Who would that be?
Come right on in and take a seat.
Oh my gosh, I filled out a serious reading card. That's fun. Oh, do I have a... No, I need 200, not 20.
Welcome to the Gerda Grand Ho-
Can we talk? What dishes do you recommend? Oh, nice.
Welcome to the You're back! I've heard from Wildfire that you helped resolve that whole situation with Svarog. Amazing. It must have been exhausting. Please have some food and get a good night's rest.
Yeah. Why not? Priest. Because I don't think there's anything in the room. Yeah, I don't think she technically has slept in like probably 48 hours.
Over there. See that? That used to be the worst street in Rivet Town. And it's also where I grew up. My friends and I used to wander those streets, thinking about where to find our next meal. That is, until Chief Oleg got me out and took me to the orphanage. There, I learned to read and write from Natasha. At the age of 10, I started to patrol the mines with Oleg, occasionally getting into fights with the local thugs.
At 10.
That sounds nice.
Nice? You being sarcastic with me?
Oh, no, sorry. Life in the underworld is difficult. I shouldn't be speaking about it so lightly.
You're always so serious. It really gets on people's nerves sometimes, you know?
Those two are adorable.
Right. What I meant was... I kind of envy you, Zila. For as long as I can remember, my days have been an endless cycle of studying, etiquette lessons, and training. Every day, all I hear is, "Remember who you are, Bronya. This is against the Architect's admonishments, Bronya. Ladies shouldn't use such foul language, Bronya." Some may envy this kind of life, but I have felt trapped. When every choice and every goal has already been made for you. You probably can't imagine how that feels.
No, I can't. But more importantly, what kind of foul language were you using?
Well,
In the name of the Architects, I shall stick this spear into your nostril.
I love her.
That's it? Oh, that's nothing. Looks like I'll have to teach you some underworld slang before you go back.
No, that won't be necessary.
It'll be better than poking people's nostrils, at least. I never thought that I'd be here having a heart-to-heart with the future Guardian. As a kid, I didn't meet many people who lived in the overworld. I only heard stories from the grown-ups and figured you were all just a bunch of cold snobs.
I've heard from some Silvermane veterans that before the orders were made to seal off the underworld from the overworld, there was no difference between the two places. Everybody ate the same food, chatted about the same topics, celebrated the same festivals. Even though times are different now, things like the joys and sorrows of life, the ties between people, these precious things must certainly still connect us all. If there is a way to bridge the gap between the two worlds, we can definitely go back to the time when you and I were not divided. When we could stand side by side against the Eternal Freeze and the Fragmentum.
I'm not like you. I don't have that many grand plans for the future. But if that's the future you want, I'm willing to build this bridge with you.
Thank you, Zila. Your trust is very important to me.
Speaking of which, what are
Ah.
you going to do next? What Svarog revealed must have made quite an impact, huh?
Yes. I thought I was prepared for anything, but as long as I am the Guardian's successor, those truths will come out sooner or later. But why does my mother hide it from me, and why does she want me to hunt down the outsiders who know about the nature of the Stellaron? It doesn't make sense. I thought it over. There's only one thing I can do. Go ask her directly.
You... hold on. You're not really going, are you? Alone? You can't. This plan is...
I've already thought it through, Zila. I am Madame Cocolia's daughter. That will never change. Be it my duties as her heir or as a Silvermane guard, I must face my problems head on. Even if...
Bronya.
This is for you, Zila. Please help me pass it on to the outsiders. If I am unable to see you again, they'll know what to do.
She better not
Okay,
die.
I understand. You've made up your mind, and there's nothing I can say that will change it. But remember this. If you run into trouble, I will come to save you, no matter what.
Then I'll be waiting for you. So, did you come to this spot when you were a child?
Of course. I just didn't appreciate how nice it was at the time. Very nice.
That was a good sleep. I should go meet up with March and Danhong.
I'm not sure if I dig the voice actor for her. Like, occasionally I do, and occasionally I'm like, man, it sounds like old. I don't know.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. We've been waiting all day.
He hasn't slept in like 48 hours.
I've noticed that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or snoozing away until the day's almost out. Unacceptable. You gotta work on your teamwork.
Did you have a dream again last night?
So that's why you slept for so long.
Well then, let's go find Wildfire to discuss our next move and see if they have any new discoveries.
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get back above ground.
Eh.
We have plenty of time.
Trash can. Funny. Seven.
Oh, look who's here.
It's the Bane of Svarog, the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Dan Hung and March 7.
Were those lines rehearsed?
Where's Natasha? Is she here?
She has a bunch of other things to attend to, so I hope you don't mind talking to this old man instead.
He still
I
doesn't
speak
move
on
his mouth, and I
behalf of the
still don't like it.
By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret. I'm glad you don't mind. Natasha is always cautious, but she has no ill intent, as you surely have noticed. She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this fella for help.
I brought you down. I can take you back up. Free of charge. Satisfaction guaranteed.
There's no need to knock us out this time, right?
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core. Well, for my sparkling companionship, of course. I jest. The path has been blocked for over 10 years, and very few know how to get through. That's where I come in.
Ugh, enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Hold on. What about Branya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme Guardian.
What? She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
Exactly. She has a lot of responsibilities. I don't completely understand, but I trust that she's trying to solve the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Branya told me to give you this.
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters?
Pretty much.
I've never gotten one of
I
those
would, yeah,
before.
I want to know if I
Should
should
we wait
read it
until we
then
run
or
into
like
something
an actual
dangerous?
emergency.
Stop overthinking and just open it.
I was afraid that you would strongly object, which we would.
Brother and sister Landau. I know the brother must refer to Japard, but who could the sister be? Oh, Serval! So she's Japard's older sister. Blonde, tall, good looking. Those Landau genes sure are something else.
Sampo, do you know the Landau siblings?
Landau. Yeah, we're old friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister, she's much scarier. Today's supposed to be a day of celebration, so let's not talk about it right now. We can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.
Okay. Oh, I have so many. Oh no. Here, give me a recap. Figure it out yourself. Wow. Or it's her own money. Somebody that doesn't use their money normally. Huh. Alright, Oleg. Oh, that's fun. You learn quick. I still like this for the side quest. Who is Scott? I have so many things I could do now. I'm not gonna do right now. I would like to like finish the. What adds up? Ah, damn it, I have to go do that. Fine. Going. I think I wanted that part. I can't change parties once I get in there. I think that's the only thing I really. Hi,
We need a strategy.
hold on.
Can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock.
There we go.
Move carefully.
Wait, wasn't for this, maybe? Well then.
This song's for you. Keep up.
It goes for the other enemy, but you know what? This works. It'll be fine. Maybe. Also did get ambushed this time.
I've no interest in conflict.
Ready to jam. Let's rock. Ready to
I
lose
just have
yourself?
one
You can fight it.
round of this.
Or rock with it.
Rules are made to be broken.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Time to show you what's in your prescription!
Don't worry about me. Don't worry
Let's
about
go.
me.
Pretty good
I
crowd
am
today.
worrying about you.
Fighting is meaningless.
I think I just have to do.
The best is yet to come. Keep at it.
Which I think there is only two, so I guess that works out. So there's a few other. A liar.
Huh. These targets will make for good practice.
Move carefully.
Let's make it quick.
Keep up. That's it.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Yeah, this one's going so much easier. Sometimes it be that way, man.
Ready
go.
to jam.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Time to show what's in your prescription!
Don't worry about me.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Let me tend your wounds! Stay off!
Let's
Ready
make
to
it
jam.
quick. Rules are made to be broken.
This song's for you. Let's rock.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Oh, halfway.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up.
Too late to repent.
Let's
Ready
go.
to jam.
I'm okay right now. I think.
Turn it up.
I've no interest in
Ready to
conflict.
lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Come on now.
Time. What's in your prescription?
Don't worry about me.
I love the fact that that's how it ended. That makes me happy.
Equilibrium. The worlds are already changing. For equilibrium reigns supreme.
Okay.
Rest assured. The trial of the equilibrium.
You're
will
good to know it,
find
man. Put to bed when you need to. Yeah. Oh, nice. I see. Huh. I have so many things. I don't wanna right now. I wanna like level up my people. I love hanging out with you.
I'm not done yet.
Just as the databank requires updating, so I must keep evolving.
Fair enough. Okay. I'll go ahead and send people though. I think I love her, but like I do think I like Herta's like extra. Yeah. I do.
You call that a build update?
If I give her enough time to really complain about it.
A doctor never stops learning.
Nice. I should write this into my next song.
The more I learn about it, the more I love the starry sky.
Fair enough. Let's make me wonder what's happening with you over there. I have 10 to actually. I see. I do have 10. I have more than 10. Both light cone warp, event warp. I got 5 of the special. Oh, we got. I know we have one. Ooh, we actually got a character. Look at her, or him, or they. You're so small. Really, so you have ice damage. Okay. No, you're. Ice. That's ice. Are you? Feels quantum damage. Her ultimate is kind of... So she's healing. I don't know who would be better. I don't know. I'll take it in a sec. Onwards.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I'll have to
You
stay
ready
late.
yet? If you want to keep wasting... What? Still something you... not much. We just chatted a bit.
Uh-huh.
It really isn't worth going into.
I
promised
disagree.
her that I would help her rebuild the connection between the overworld and the underworld. That's all. I didn't really give it much thought. But traveling with you bunch does always lead to unexpected surprises. Hearty combat and exciting adventures. Not bad. I certainly don't hate it. Of course. You didn't see the look on Joshua's face. He could barely hold back his tears. Chief Oleg. He didn't say much, but I know he's not the kind to wear his heart on his sleeve. It was my choice to go up, and Natasha supported my decision. Besides, you could use another person who can fight, right?
Sure thing.
All right.
Let's talk to Oleg.
Ah, young lady. I wanted to see you off, but you know how things are here in the underground. Solve one problem and 3 more take its place. Something you wanted to ask. Natasha trusts me. In her eyes, an ex-military officer was more suited to be the leader of the organization than a doctor.
I guess I can understand that.
The most important thing a leader needs is a strong heart. An ability to unite everyone toward a common cause. In that respect, no one in the underground comes close to her. I was actually once an officer of the Silver Main Guards. After being discharged due to an injury, I followed my old lady here to the underworld, where I plan to retire.
Yeah.
But as things would have it, I ended up busier than ever.
You regret
There's
it?
nothing to regret. Life in the underworld is hard, but people here are kind, and everyone is close, like one big family. Wildfire's already made it through its darkest days. With Natasha's leadership, we have the confidence to lead the Underworlders to a brighter future. And much of that is thanks to all of you. Fortunately, Svarog turned out to have some useful information for you. After all your hard work, I'd feel quite guilty if you left empty-handed. Well, you still have a long journey ahead. I have no doubt our paths will cross again one day. Till we meet again, friends of Wildfire.
Well, my
Simple.
friends, are you ready to head out?
Do
away,
we
my
have questions? Oh, sure.
What else is there to say? You know him as well as I do. He's an upstanding guy, as well as young, handsome, and charming in his lack of charm.
I think he's charming.
But to be honest, I'm not very close to him. After all, he's an officer and I'm the opposite. Oh, she's quite extraordinary. The renowned rebellious Landau girl. She once had a bright future, but after getting on her leader's bad side, she lost her job. She ended up opening a workshop and playing underground music. I heard that her old man was furious and that only a few younger siblings are still in contact with her.
Huh.
I used to go to her sometimes when I had any mechanical problems above ground, but for various reasons, I don't visit
Did you piss her
workshop
off?
much
Did you, like,
anymore.
play around with her?
It's a passage connecting the underworld and the overworld. A big stone spiral stairway. You know, I don't understand the architect's obsession with making these steps when there is such advanced technology available. Wouldn't an elevator have been better? It's easier for you youngsters.
You're
For
not
this
that
old guy,
old,
the
I'm
steps in
assuming.
the furnace core are a nightmare on the knees. You haven't heard enough about me, huh? All right. My name is Sampo Kaski. I'm a businessman who stands up for justice in his free time. And no, I don't have it in for you. Well, my friends, are you ready?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Remember to bring enough food and drink to refuel on the way. We have a lot of steps to climb.
Uh-huh.
Mother, I have returned.
Bronya, I thought I'd lost you. Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler right away.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother. I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I couldn't handle.
The underworld. Oh, I see.
Cool.
In that case, report everything you saw. Commander Bronya.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues of survival. We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stellaron.
I'm listening. Go on.
Oof.
Madam Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Belobog. Mother, you've always known the truth about the Stellaron, haven't you? Well, the responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being Guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those outsiders may be the...
Enough! Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya. You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders? Guards! Take Bronya.
They are not scum. My entire life, everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses. Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon. You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe you're ready?
God, it
to
feels
learn
like
the
a
truth?
very Rapunzel Gothel
Yes,
dynamic.
I am ready. Mother?
Then come with me, Bronya. It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
Ah, we're finally back. forgot what fresh air tasted like.
What flavor is it?
Freedom. Cold. Mainly cold, actually. Let's go. Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
Oh,
The
Orlando.
bro or the sis? If you're talking about Japard, we should be careful. He's a top Silvermane guard. He'd probably get a medal for every one of us he brought in. Don Hung, what do you think?
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval Landau.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the time being, right?
Uh-huh.
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him. Besides, if he hasn't been persuaded by Branya's letter, we'd be walking right into the lion's den.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
But we must keep a low profile. We're still wanted fugitives.
What's wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little... new. The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any of this. The overworld and the underworld. We've been cut off for so long. I'm okay. Let's go. There are so many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually like this?
No. I don't remember the security being this tight last time. Might have something to do with us. The Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already. Branya.
Come around and have a look.
Oh, he's questioning if she turned on him. On us. Serval.
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow. Huh? I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around the city? Do you know the Silvermane guards are looking all over for you? Quick, act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
Thank you.
All right, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what crime did you commit exactly? They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March. Branya said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely?
Oh, that's some challenging.
Good. That's smart of you.
That was
You
fun.
needn't worry. Kokolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now. I know Kokolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details. Me? None. What Kokolia and the Architects get up to has nothing to do with me. My time is too precious for pondering. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence. If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Branya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me.
Hello, hun. Actually scared the shit out of me, that alert. I was just like just listening into
You
the
can trust
narrative.
me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
I just tell her everything.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
This is a bad idea.
Try not to embellish the facts.
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from Branya recently. After all these years in isolation, and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld? I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Sela here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why Branya got you to find me. When I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects.
Ooh.
Come on, I'll tell you everything.
Okay. In 1 second, because I do have to go pick up my aunt. I'll be right back. Just sneak in here. Alright, like everything in here from last time. Toolbox. Yeah, I think so, because these are just... Okay.
Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them. Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I figured out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself. Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations. Not long after I submitted my preliminary report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue. Cocolia... It's been so many years since we last spoke. We were great friends once.
Which maybe that's why you are still
We
alive.
wouldn't share.
Because, you know, great friends.
She became a completely different person when she took on the Supreme Guardianship. The convictions she once held, her enthusiasm, it was like they were drawn out of her by some
Terrible.
mysterious
Definitely
force.
older than she was.
She gave the order to expel me herself and refused to see me. I never understood that behavior, and I gave up trying to use logic to work it out a long time ago. Sometimes I even wonder whether she really did become a different person. Is that possible? Perhaps there's a single guardian consciousness that gets handed down from generation
that's interesting.
to generation.
Maybe.
And the real Cocolia has already vanished. Is she being compelled by previous generations of guardians to make such baffling decisions? Who knows? But this might make for good songwriting material. Japard? Not a chance. He's a decent guy, but also famously uncompromising.
Fair.
For my brother, orders are more important than anything. Even if you stuck Branya's letter to his forehead, he wouldn't be swayed. You need to choose your words carefully if you want to persuade him of something. It might be best if I talk to him. Though, I'd need a strategy first. Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location. According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog. Somewhere in the vast snow plains.
We must locate it as soon as possible. Ideally before Cocolia takes action. Can you tell us the way?
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not be enough. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the front lines first. Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with.
You can handle it.
Correct. And it's different from the underground towns you described. The Fragmentum there has quite literally torn everything to pieces. There's no sign of life, despite the monsters.
It sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire to come with us?
I fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Really?
Okay.
Great. Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life. That's settled then. There's no
She's
time
what,
to
like,
lose. We
in
should
her
head out as soon as you're
30?
ready.
They became a researcher at 18. Well, she said decades. For over a decade, so maybe... Yeah, definitely 30s. Huh. Okay. Go.
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today. Find somewhere to hide, quick! I'll handle him. Japard! It's you! I didn't think you'd have the time to visit with things so tense on the front line.
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later. I thought I told you.
Ah! Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something happen?
No. Why would anything have happened?
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosif?
You can call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't know how to fix it. I need you to take a look.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design. I thought it was something big. Leave it here. I'll take a look.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden? Has something happened?
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Pela will. Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klepoth Fort without saying anything to anyone. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the 3 intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city and ordered us to pursue and capture any suspicious individuals.
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya. Is she alright?
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klepoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing more.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Pela's workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here.
Oh no.
Let me have a look for it. I think I left it over...
Wait!
What is it? You seem pretty off today, Serval.
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring cleaning, and now they smell terrible. So, don't go over there.
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning? You must be up to more forbidden research.
Am not. How dare you? What do you take your sister for?
Never mind. This is your space, and I shouldn't intrude. I've got business to take care of. Bye for now.
Hey, wait a sec. Those intruders. I wanted to ask, what crime have they committed?
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Cocolia's methods haven't changed.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian. But this isn't a joking matter.
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
Oh, let's be
I
a little
will,
with her in a band. That's fun.
if I have the time.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Phew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot device was that?
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go save her.
Attempting to storm Klipoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission. Rest assured, Cocolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya. I'm certain of
Child.
that.
Really?
You sound like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Cocolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
Didn't you hear him? He said he needs to take care of a few matters in the city first. If we're fast enough, we can stay out of his way. Come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can get ahead of the curve and find the Stellaron, Cocolia will be out of options.
Fair enough.
Is Bronya really safe?
You
Probably
counted on
not
her,
now.
huh? You must have become close friends.
Close is a bit much, but I made her a promise.
Relax. She's the strongest girl I've ever seen.
I can believe that.
Ah, they've jacked up security all right. How the heck are we gonna sneak in? Serval, we need one of those brainwaves.
No.
Leave it to me. Stick close, guys, and don't get spotted.
Okay.
This is a military base. Trespassers aren't allowed in.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that... Serval! Long time no see.
Well, if it isn't Franz. Long time no see. You still watching the entrance?
Well, you see, you haven't changed, Serval. Still nailing us to the wall. So, what brings you over here at this hour?
We have a band of conspirators that have infiltrated the city. The situation is critical. The lazy and undisciplined among you will lose your lives to the forces surrounding us. As such, starting from today, we will be adding 200 bench presses and 30 extra minutes of one-arm planks to our daily drill. Is that clear? Yes, sir.
I think I need somebody like him to like do my workout regimen. Go to the gym. Even more than I do.
See? That was easy.
You're Japard's sister, all right.
I don't want...
Ah!
Do you see that mechanical gear bridge? When you cross over to the other side, you arrive at Hell on Earth.
So, what's the hell?
It's a place too cold to bear, covered in snow and ice. The guys doing the scientific research don't have time to worry about the surroundings. The restricted zone front line is on the other side of the gear bridge. It's an endless fragmentum with a few exhausted Silvermane guards, and the stench of death in the air. If we want to progress further north, we will need to...
Right on! I'm stealing that.
Let's go then. First, we need to think of a way to get to the other side. I helped set the underlying mechanisms for this type of gear bridge. It's controlled via different terminals in combination. Let's go find them.
Fair enough.
Is Japard on frontline duty a lot?
Yes, but what made you ask that all of a sudden?
It's so dangerous. Don't you worry about him?
He's a Landau. Nope. This terminal's off.
So what's the plan?
Look for another. Every platform linked to the gear bridge should have a similar...
I never would have guessed that Japard and you were brother and sister.
I can't say I blame you. We're nothing alike in personality or interests. In our family, we have a strong military tradition going back generations. Many a Landau has died in their prime. There's not a lot of brother and sister time. Everyone just does their best to get on with their life.
What? Obstacle. Oh. Thanks. There's a done here. Again. Well, we could check this guy.
Darn! Can't activate it. It seems like someone severed the energy supply to the terminals.
Is it still completely gone? Which I say audibly.
Huh. You know, the more I think about it, the more it seems deliberate. With the front line on high alert, they must have rotated the bridge to make it impassable. Then they cut off the energy supply to the terminals to avoid accidental repositioning, or to prevent deserters from escaping. That way, even if the front line were to collapse, the Fragmentum monsters wouldn't be able to make it to the other side.